I want to see more kids in school. I will continue to tell families, I will continue to tell students that school is the best place you can be.
The reason we're doing that ceremony tomorrow, which is remembering and memorializing those that whose lives were taken suddenly on September 11th, 2001.
The biggest challenge in volleyball is definitely like the mental challenge. You have to make sure that it's a team sport and not to get mad at yourself.
I am Christian Valladares.
I'm Layla Hollins.
I'm Melanie Brown.
I'm Aiden Rodriguez. These stories tonight on 20 Minutes. Good morning, North Stafford, and welcome to today's edition of 20 Minutes. I'm Aiden Rodriguez, and we have some important stories lined up for you. From attendance reminders to a special JROTC segment to sports highlights, let's get started. First up, Dr. Turner is reminding us all about the importance of attendance. Being present and on time plays a big role in your success here at North Stafford. After addressing attendance, Dr. Turner also shares some words about our JROTC program and the values it brings to our school's community.
How will the 10 or less rule affect students who miss school due to illness?
So the 10 or less rule doesn't impact students who have excused absences, like for medical conditions or an illness. However, what it does do is place an additional responsibility on students just to make sure that they are completing their coursework when they miss school. I don't think there's a negative impact, but it does allow us as a school administration, as a counseling team, as an attendance team to pay closer attention to those students when they miss multiple days of school. And when we pay attention to students, what we want to focus on is making sure that we provide them with resources so that they have no learning loss due to the number of days that they miss of school. But as far as a consequence, a punishment, a negative experience, it should not be that way. The only thing we want to do here at North is encourage students to attend school and to attend school regularly, right? Like striving for less than 5 is our initiative for the school year, and we are really pushing all of our students to try to meet that mark because we still have growth that we can make from an attendance perspective. Last year, let me start over. Not just last year, but in my first year here at North, our chronic absenteeism rate reached about 29%. But since that time, we've committed ourselves to paying closer attention to our attendance trends, if you will. And so over the last 3 years, our attendance has dropped chronic absenteeism has dropped from 29% to 20%, and for pretty much for the last 2 years, it's been at 20%. And so what I would love to see us do here at North Nation is get to a place where our chronic absenteeism rate is somewhere between 17 and 13%. And I really, really believe that we can do that if every student and family, not just students, but students and families buy into having missing less than 5 days of school year.
Other than lowering the chronic absenteeism rate, what are some of your goals for the school year?
So one of the goals that we've established in working with our school improvement team is centered on literacy, okay? And not just literacy, but writing across the curriculum. And so what I hope that you all will see when you go into your classrooms and you're working with teachers on projects and class assignments, that you engage more in writing and being reflective about your thinking and reflective about your learning and being able to put those things into words. And so research has shown that when students can put those thoughts into words, they have an increased likelihood of retaining the information. And so I'm hopeful to see a lot of kids engaging in writing from that perspective. Another goal is continuing to decrease our chronic absenteeism rate. I want to see more kids in school. I will continue to tell families, I will continue to tell students that school is the best place you can be. All right, it's the best place you can be. It's the beginning of a journey for yourselves across your lives. And so I want to make sure the kids are loving this space and truly love being in school. Another goal that we have is we want to be more engaging with students. And so you'll see our dean, Mr. Johnson. You'll see assistant principals doing trivia games and things of that nature during our lunchtime, if you will. You'll see more opportunities for kids to engage in spirit activities. You'll see our pep rallies are now being led by our student leaders across the campus. And so I want to make sure that while I'm asking families to make sure their kids are coming to school, I also want to make this space fun and safe. Okay, it's fun and safe. And so we've been doing that all year long, and I'm so proud of the student population here at North Nation and their efforts to be just quality citizens in this space. And so I'm really excited about that.
I heard that the auto tech teacher is retiring and that the class will end soon. What will happen to their classroom after the first semester is over?
So their classroom, we won't have any classes for the second semester in the space while we search for a new teacher.
So the class isn't ending completely?
No, the class isn't ending completely, but what we must do is continue to recruit students to be engaged in that content, okay? One of the things that we have a responsibility of doing is ensuring that we are maximizing all of our spaces in the building, and also we have classes full of students. And so one of the things that the CTE teachers have decided to do is to create these business advertisement-like videos encouraging students or engaging with students around auto tech and auto body, with the hopes of having more students sign up for both classes, to have an interest in both classes. And I think if we can do that, we'll continue to have a very strong auto tech and auto body class here at North Nation.
Ooh, the fourth question.
You can look at the papers, okay?
I do remember now, thank you. Do you know what specialty center is coming to North Stafford?
So I don't want to give the specialty center a name, but I will say that it will focus on aerospace is what we are looking at, but then also to clean energy, okay, focused on from an engineering perspective. And so we have a couple of pathways that have been considered, such as geosystems, exploring aerospace and engineering, application and analysis, and then the unmanned aircraft systems. And so we will have opportunities for our students to engage in instructional content that can help them have successful careers once they leave North Nation.
Well, you said aerospace was one of them.
Aerospace, geosystems, and unmanned aircraft systems, better known as drones, are some of the things that we are currently researching.
Will it tie into JROTC at all? Because JROTC here is Air Force.
JROTC will be a part of, will continue to be a part of North Nation. Right now, I can't necessarily speak to how JROTC and the Specialty Center pathway will work together, but I do know that we would love to have JROTC and the Specialty Center programs to be aligned and collaborative as we launch the system or the Specialty Center next year.
That was all I had for you today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie, for the story. And speaking of JROTC, they were busy on working something meaningful earlier this month. Our JROTC program recently held a remembrance for September 11th. It was a time to reflect and honor the lives lost on that tragic day, as well as the heroes who stepped forward. The ceremony was a powerful reminder of unity, sacrifice, and patriotism.
Today we're going to go see what the 9/11 ceremony is all about. We're also going to interview the Colonel and Master Sergeant. Wish me luck.
We have this year, 2025-26 school year, 140 cadets. So all 140 of our cadets will be in uniform tomorrow.
Why is this event happening?
Well, it's hard to believe, but this is the 24th anniversary of 9/11. Doing the ceremony tomorrow to impart the reason we're doing that ceremony tomorrow, which is remembering and memorializing those that whose lives were taken suddenly on September 11th, 2001.
Please note that our start time is 8:46 a.m. So by then, please have your phone silenced, and so that nothing disrupts our ceremony. Thank you.
And how do you feel in this event?
I think for me personally, it brought a lot of changes in my life. When 9/11 happened, I was at the Washington, D.C. Navy Yard, and I was affiliated with the Naval Sea Systems Command then, and I had an Air Force Reserve position at Air Combat Command at Langley Air Force Base, and I was actually recalled to active duty after 9/11, and I was back on active duty for 5 years, so that was a profound change for me, a big impact, and so that brings a lot of memories back for me and our family.
How big is this event?
Normally this event, we invite all community, students, staff, parents, family, and first responders. So we usually have around 140 students, cadets at JROTC, and 20 or so staff, and about another 30 or 40 from the community that show up and support us.
And why is this event happening?
This is an annual event that we do as a memorial service for 9/11, so we can not only remember what happened in the past, but to help others understand and like a part of it honoring the lives lost that day, and also to help us, come together as a nation. So personally, I appreciate the fact that you guys participate in this and help us come together as one, as a community, and that you guys are taking the torch for the next generation and make sure that you guys don't forget. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you for your time.
You're so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets rang.
That was so patriotic, super emotional, 10 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys next time.
Thank you to our JROTC for leading such an important remembrance for our school and community. And finally, let's head over to the court. Our very own Layla Holland caught up with JV Volleyball to talk about the season and what it's like getting to know her teammates both on and off the court.
Hi, I'm Layla, and I'm here interviewing the JV Volleyball team, talking about their strengths and weaknesses that they go through.
I'm Jordan, and I'm on JV, and the most exciting thing about volleyball is being able to celebrate as a team.
The biggest challenge in volleyball is definitely like the mental challenge. You have to make sure that it's a team sport and not to get mad at yourself. So yeah.
My name is Aaliyah, and I'm on the JV team at Stafford High School volleyball team. And the most challenging part of volleyball is probably if you play a new team and it's first set and you don't know how they're going to play. I feel like that's the most challenging part. Or getting up hits, like really good hits. That's the most challenging part because you have to be very precise about it. But I think that's the most challenging part.
Hi, my name is Isabel Smith. I'm on JV, and something that I do to prepare for volleyball tryouts is come to open gyms and practice with my friends and my dad and brother.
I'm Cheryl on the JV volleyball team, and the hardest part about volleyball is getting yourself like to the level where you're good at like every single position and not just specifically that.
Hi guys, I hope you learned a lot from the JV volleyball talking about their with volleyball and the strengths and weaknesses that they go through.
Sounds like the team is building not just skills, but strong friendships too. Good luck this season, JV Volleyball. That wraps up today's 20-minute episode. Thank you for joining us. Remember to stay on time, stay involved, and show your Wolverine pride. I'm Aiden Rodriguez, and we'll see you next time.